All right. Hello, everybody. It's Ryan from Sketch Audio, and this is just the highlights of our new V2 plugin update. This is going to be mostly talking. So if you want to hear how the plugins sound, we have other videos on our channel for that. But we're really excited. I've been working on this update, no joke, for 11 months. I had to rewrite the entire tech stack, and that was so we could provide native support for Windows and native support for a bunch of new plugin formats, which I'll talk about. I'm really excited to get this one out. So let's jump right in. I'm actually first going to go over to the website. We got a new website, which I think just really happy with how it turned out. I think it looks great. And we have nice landing pages for each of our effects plugins. Let's go look at Dr. Vibe. Everything is 25% off right now through May 14 as sort of a relaunch sale. And all the plugins have a 2-week trial, so you can try those. We also have the plugins available on the App Store. Depending on when you're watching this, they may still be on pre-order. App review is kind of slowed us down a little bit, but we're almost there. And those should be coming shortly. I will mention, if you did buy our plugins before, you'll be able to upgrade for free. And there's also another video on this channel that shows you how to do that. I'll put all these links in the description. But what you'll be able to do is you'll be able to create an account on our site, and then you'll be able to log in and see all of your products. And our customer management is handled by a company called Moonbase. They work with a lot of audio companies, and they've been doing this for a long time. They're really great people, and so far their system has been working just flawlessly for us. It gives a really quick and easy flow for unlocking the plugins. So we think people are going to like it a lot. If you buy plugins, you'll see your products here. You can click on those and you will see downloads for the installers for Mac and Windows. You have basic account stuff like joining the newsletter and changing your password. And if you ever get a voucher from us or a code, you can redeem that here. So pretty straightforward. I obviously already have all the plugins, and I'm going to hop over and show you those. A couple of things I'll mention before we go. If you're new to our site and to our email list, you can join the newsletter and you'll have a chance to win a free plugin. 1 in 10 users win, and just throw your hat in the ring. Oh, okay. The other thing while I'm here, I'm seeing these are the plugin formats that we have now. We are supporting AAX, which is Pro Tools, okay? And I'll admit it's been harder to find Pro Tools beta testers. So if you're out there and you're using the Pro Tools plugins and you run into some issues, just send me an email. I want to get it fixed, and I want to make things work really well in Pro Tools. But so far, that integration with the AAX format has actually gone really smoothly. So I've been pleased just from the developer side how that went. We have support for AU V2 and AU V3 plugins. Those are both audio unit versions, and AU V3 is more for iOS, but that does work on Mac OS as well. And you could use either one or both. It's up to you. We have support for Clap, which is a newer kind of open format, and also VST3, which is kind of the original. We're supporting now iOS, Mac OS, and Windows. So Windows, we're really excited just to get the plugins out to more people. And that was kind of the reason for this whole rewrite effort, was to basically rebuild everything so it works beautifully everywhere. So let's now head over. There's just a few update highlights I wanna go over. The first one is just kind of cosmetic. This is Scissorhands, by the way. This is our filter plugin, dual high pass, low pass filter, kind of DJ style. It has drive, modulation, which is freely mixable, and self FM, which is taking the filter output and routing it back to the cutoff frequency, which can get some really crispy, spicy sounds that you just won't hear with anything else. But let's go to this first thing, which is that the plugins now have light mode. It's a little bright at first, but I think I think it looks great. And if you prefer to have a lighter look, you can do that. In fact, let me pull up some more of these guys. This is Fuzz Droid, our CP3 style distortion. And let's check maybe Galaxy Brain. Galaxy Brain is a delay and frequency shifting plugin. So if you prefer a light look, we have light mode. You can also set it to follow the system. So if you're, using your MacBook or whatever or to drive your light dark scheme, you can have that option as well. So let's just get rid of these for a second. The next thing is that now all of the plugins have auto bypass. Before, only Dr. Vibe had auto bypass, but now it comes in all the plugins. If you want to save on CPU, for example, it will not process the plugin when there's no input. It is off by default because a lot of DAWs do this for you, like Logic, for example. I think Cubase will kind of be more aggressive about suspending the plugins. So you may not need to enable this, but it is an option. In Ableton, for example, it can be helpful. The next thing is that we've added some improvements to our LFO, and I'll pull Galaxy Brain back up here. Both Galaxy Brain and Scissorhands have our little modulation suite, which is LFO, envelope, and sequencer. And the LFO has a bunch of new waveforms, which we're pretty excited about. Let's pull this up. So we have 9 now: sine, triangle, square, saw down, saw up, random, smooth random, and the stereo counterparts, random stereo and smooth random stereo. So if we go to random, let's see. I mean, pretty straightforward there. We've also added a phase offset parameter, which sets the starting phase of the LFO. So like, for example, if you had like your saw down waveform, that's going to be hitting the peak on the downbeat. But if you wanted to shift that over and maybe have it hit on off beats, you could set your phase offset to 180 degrees. And that would basically move it to a different off of the downbeat for you. Another fun thing we added is swing, which I haven't really seen. So let me show you that. I'll go to sine. And with the swing set at 50%, it's just straight. And as I move this, I've got triplet swing there. Dotted eighth. So a little bit more of a kind of niche feature, but it is there, and it works in stereo too, which is pretty fun. And the last thing, actually, to talk about for the update is we have a new feature for the LFO called Repeatable Random. So let me take this to the random shape. And we'll hear, obviously, if you play, we get a stream of random values. And if I go into the settings, I can come down here and I'll see this repeatable random section. There's a value called seed. And what we'll see here is that every time I stop and start the playhead, I'll get a new random seed. There's 65,000 seeds, which means there's 65,000 possible timelines that the plugin can play back. And every time it's a new one. So it gives you the perception of total randomness. But what will happen is you might hear something that you like, and you might want to be able to repeat that. Like if you're going to send a mix to a client, you want to know exactly how it's going to sound. So all you have to do is if you hear something you like, you just hit this lock, and then every time I hit play now, I can see that that is going to just stay fixed. And what that's going to mean, in fact, let me show you. We'll just play through this little 1-bar piece. It's going to play back. You'll hear the same pattern every time. So this is something that, I mean, it's a little thing, but I think it's the kind of thing that helps set our plugins apart and show that we really care about the details. And so if you are in a situation where you want something that sounds random, but you want to be able to deliver it the same way every time, I think Repeatable Random is going to be very useful for you. It's also in Galaxy Brain. And it is something like Dr. Vibe has a little bit of randomness in its Wow and Flutter, for example. It's not in there yet, but eventually the plan is that every random source will have the option to be repeatable. So pretty excited about that. Let me look. Have I shown everything? I think I have. That's Hyperboost. Hyperboost is our clipper and 2-band tone control. Very fun for like quick and dirty mastering. Anyways, thanks so much for checking this update out. Head over to the site, download the trials, give us a follow on social. We have a bunch of plugins in the pipeline, and I'm just really excited to get these out to more people. And if you run into any issues, let us know. We're going to get them fixed. But so far in our beta testing, they've been working beautifully, gotten a lot of really nice feedback. So definitely just give them a chance, check them out, and we'll see you later.